with the mask on was super funny. That
Well, whoever did that, thanks for making us laugh.
that was really good.
Big super fans now. Yay!
Awesome.
How are you doing? How you doing, Debrianna?
I'm okay. It's a little warm and windy today. So like I think sinuses are a little inflamed from all the dust going around. We have a fire watch day today.
Did we really?
Yeah, we haven't had moisture in a while. We need some rain. So everyone out there start praying for rain.
Rain dance, rain stick.
Yeah, we need some moisture. But other than that, hanging in there. I did some writing today, so that felt good.
Good.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, we're finishing up this show that the company's working on, and I will post something tomorrow about it if people want to watch it
Oh,
virtually
good.
on Saturday night.
Cool.
It's going to be super cool. I'm really proud of it. It's been one of the most challenging things during the Corona time to make a TV show
Yeah.
virtually, but it's going to be really good. I'm excited about it. But I did work on that a lot today, and then I was like, "What am I going to make?" And so, as we always do, you and I brainstorm. I was thinking about my sister in France years ago. I was 22 years old, just out of college, and she got into the American University in Paris. And so I went over there with her to get her settled, find her an apartment, and hang out with her for a couple weeks. But then it turned into a couple months. Thanks, Mom and Dad. When I was there, it's just you can't help but absorb the food and the culture and everything. I think young adult life, your travel imprint upon you more than anything, probably, and your relationships, of course. But so I'm hanging out. I'd already been to like every museum, turning on the TV, and back then I'm not going to tell you what year it was, but
Yeah.
it was only like there were only like 5 channels, and so there was just a lot of cooking stuff or Charlie Chaplin.
Which you can never go wrong with.
I love their TV over there. But so, so little primer for people. So there's this famous chef named Paul Bocuse, and you probably don't know who he is, but if you're food minded, you do. And he's one of the greatest chefs. He died 2 years ago. He's 91 years old, and he, lived in Lyon and just, the master of everything and won all these awards. And he is master. My mom and dad went to his restaurant in the 60s.
Wow, how cool.
And had the meals and lived to tell about it, and, duck liver and all that. But it imprinted on my mom for sure. She had his cookbook when we were growing up. So he had this famous dish called, and I'll try to say it in French.
Practice your French.
Filet de poisson en écaille croustillante. I am not making that. That's really hard. And basically what it is you take a fish fillet, they say, like a sea bass or a halibut or something like that.
So something a little meaty.
Meaty, and you mimic with very thinly sliced potatoes the scales of a fish on the actual fish. And
cool.
I'm sure at the Paul Bocuse restaurant you can still get this, and it really looks like a fish, and it's like a total work of art, and it's amazing. I'm not doing that. And then butter sauce and all that.
Oh, come on.
Don't get excited about that. So then I watched. Meanwhile.
So wipe that out of your mind. I don't know why I said it.
But that's the backstory. Okay. So then meanwhile, I'm watching this show, kicking back at my sister's apartment in Paris, and it's Alain Ducasse, who's another famous French Michelin star chef, but he was younger and he was a hipster then and whatever. And he was like, well, I'm going to do my rustic take on it. And I was like, that looks really good. And when I got home, I tried it. And then over the years, it morphed. So for the last 30 years, I've been making this. And I haven't made it in a long time, but it's a total crowd pleaser at dinner parties. And it tastes so good. It's great for summer. But what I'm doing is I, of course, went to the market to try to get the best fish I could find. And the best I could find was just the tilapia,
Yeah.
that they had, which is, and you can use sole and you can use cod. I wasn't going to pay $29 a pound for halibut. Okay. I just want to.
I know halibut is so expensive here.
I know. And the sea bass was 22.
Yeah, you can't touch sea bass either. No, this is the time of Corona. Nobody has that kind of money. Well, maybe somebody does, just not us.
Fine, it'll work if you just want you don't want a pounded thin or a really thin thing. It has to be, an inch and a half or so at least. So I got about 6 of those, and then I have pre-prepared one to fry, but I'm going to show you basically how you do it and how you get the potatoes to stick to it.
Cool.
And then in my sauce, it's like a summery, citrusy Kalamata olive tomato caper sauce.
Nice. That's so nice for the summer. And no, David, she does not have a banjo.
Well, I used to have a really great one.
But I know you do. So next time we can all get together, please bring it.
A lot of people think I was going to do a concert today. But
no, I brought her a mandolin, not the kind you play.
So Debrianna kindly brought me this, which you cannot play.
You can play the potatoes on it.
Do you know what these things are, people? This is a great invention. And
basically, it's awesome. You have to be careful though. You slice your fingers off.
Okay, I don't want to cut myself on our live.
No, don't do it, Julia Child.
Yeah, let's start it live.
Yeah.
Woo! Let's not recreate that for real. Well, so basically what it is this little machine where you have different types of settings. You can really grate and make anything. Like if you're a sushi chef, you could do that. Like there's a cheese grater on here. But the thing that you really want to do is
I don't think cheese graters go with sushi.
Right. That's true. But they have these basically very thin blades that you can adjust. So if you want to make fancy radishes or you want to do whatever, really thin tomato or potato slices or carrots, or you can just make beautiful things. It's really fun.
You can use the Cuisinart to do some of that slicing, but you always end up with half of it being misshapen and weird. So this gives you a lot more control.
Yeah, more control. So for example, what I've done here is I've taken bowls of cold water to keep the potatoes from discoloring. And I already chopped one in half and peeled it. And what you do is you take the mandolin, and it has little pokey things right here on the handle, and it squishes into the vegetable.
Yeah, okay? So it grabs it.
And then you can hold it like this. You can hold it up, or you can lie it flat. And basically, you just do this. You're
gonna play the mandolin.
Okay, now look what I just did.
So beautiful.
In seconds. Look at this gorgeous.
Come closer so we can see it.
Because
you don't have a cameraman. There you go. There.
Slices of potato, perfect.
So if you wanted to make your own potato chips, that's what you could use.
So I'm going to put these in the cold water for the fish, and you want to, make enough. And this is a organic russet potato. I think that's the best one to use. That you want it to be, have some strength. And so that's just going to sit in the cold water, waiting for what we're doing. Okay. The mandolin fun is over.
The band is disbanded.
They're really fun. So while that's happening, let's take out the fish, and we're going to pretend to do this now. But I've already have one prepared, and you really want to. It has to sit in the fridge, so I want you to see the frying thing. So I've already prepared. But anyway, I'm going to show you what to do. So I left one. So I've got this great looking fresh tilapia.
Beautiful. Hi, Christine. Christine is watching, and I see my brother-in-law.
Okay, so you make sure it's dry with like a paper towel. You want it to be dry, okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take a plate. And put it on there. So the first thing you want to do is you want to salt and pepper the fish on one side. Okay. Salt, you do some sea salt, you do some pepper.
How big of a fish is it?
I mean, this is just like a little small to medium sized fillet, but it's pretty thick.
Okay. So how many people are you making this for? 2?
Well, I have 2 prepared. I'm gonna make 2 more, so I have 4 done. Okay. Because you can eat it tomorrow. You can eat it.
Oh yeah.
Or you can make a sandwich out of it. Whatever you want to do. And then before we talked, I clarified some butter.
Oh, handy.
So clarifying butter is very similar to what you did with the ricotta yesterday. It's basically separating the solids of the butter to get what you do is you bring stick of butter to a boil, and then you just let it sit. And then right now, if you could see this, the solids have
they go to the bottom.
Down to the bottom.
Lift it. There you go. Yeah.
And,
there you go.
And then the clarified butter is what remains. And
the clear part. Yeah.
The little clear part. So that's what you want to use because this is basically right now the glue that's gonna keep the potato pieces on the fish. Okay.
Oh, what could be better than butter glue?
Butter glue. So I'm gonna put some butter glue on here.
I love butter glue. Someone loves your apron.
Oh, thanks. This is my Nana's. If any French person is watching, I apologize in advance. So then you're gonna take your slices of potato, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to submerge them in the clarified butter. I wiped.
Okay, this is already delicious.
Butter on. Then you submerge it. Then you're going to make your fun little design of the fish scales. Okay. So here we go. I'm just making my little fish scales.
So is that salted butter then?
This is unsalted butter, and that's what I've always used. But
is that so you can control the salt?
I think that's why, but I'm sure you could.
I'm just making shit up.
Debrianna, this is hard enough.
I'm trying to take your mind off how hard it is.
Okay. So I'm in butter and I'm scalloping them. I am putting them one over the other, like a fish scale. Okay. I'm not a great visual artist, but I'm doing my best.
Okay.
But it's fun though, because it looks really pretty.
So when you took the potatoes, did you take them out of the water and dry them off before you dipped them in the butter? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
My apron. Super classy. Okay.
That is super cleanliness right there.
Super classy. You're at home. You can do whatever you want.
This is us in our kitchens.
Yes. Right. And, these are the things the guests at your party don't need to know.
It's a true story.
True story. So, if you wanted to take really small potatoes, and I'm sure this is the Paul Bocuse way, and you wanted to take like little fingerlings and mandolin those.
Really make tiny scales?
Really cool small scales. I've never done it on that level. I've only done it with like medium. So I don't know. I'm sure that would be gorgeous. But I'm not doing that. So This is the big American potato time.
This is American potato.
American potato.
An Idaho russet.
Trying to support the American farmer.
Well, I think it's good because I don't know if you heard today, but there is a glut of potatoes.
For real? Okay.
For real.
Well, there you go.
Good. Welcome to Corona.
Perfect thing. Go out and buy some potatoes and make this. Anybody can do this, okay? It's not hard, and it's so delicious. You will thank me later. Okay. So
the potatoes are kind of making like the crust on the outside of the fish, it seems to me, so that the fish doesn't get dried out.
You're redoing the scales, is what
you're doing. It's beautiful. Here, slide toward the stove. There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
You've recreated the scales because there's no fish skin on this fish anymore. It's been de-skinned. Okay.
This is so French.
French. Why not recreate the skin?
Yeah, we took the skin off and then we're putting fake skin back on.
Why not?
In a much more beautiful way.
And so then, once it's on there, more butter glue. And
awesome.
Put it on again. Because right now what I'm about to do is I'm gonna cover this with plastic wrap and I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for an hour now.
Oh, harden the butter up. Gotcha.
It needs to harden to stick to that fish. Okay. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna cover this. Well, I probably can just put it to the side.
So are you going to do anything to the top of it? Salt it, pepper it? No, just leave it?
I probably will salt and pepper it when it gets into the pan.
Okay.
And then we're going to cook it in butter because that's what we do. And right before that, I've been working on the sauce. So what's in here right now is, and I'll put this in the recipe, is olive oil. And
this right there, the stove there, yeah.
Kalamata olives and capers, lemon zest. It's going to have lemon juice, tomato, and very thinly sliced garlic, much like the guys in Goodfellas that are in prison when they slice the garlic with a razor blade. That's what you want.
That's it. I did not bring her a razor blade.
Yes. I just did it with a really good knife. And so now I'm going to put some very beautiful cherry tomatoes, organic cherry tomatoes, sliced in half long ways in there. And then I'm going to put some lemon juice, and that's just going to start to simmer and make a little sauce for the fish.
Okay, so you have there butter? There's butter in there?
Oh, olive
oil.
Olive oil.
Olive oil. Okay, olive oil, capers, tomatoes, garlic, lemon, yum.
And lemon zest.
Yeah.
And the olives really take over, but it's great. It's in there the best way. And they go so well with the potatoes. So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So I'm going to get this simmering, and we're going to transfer the camera to camera B.
We have a B camera. Look at us.
There we go. The stove portion of the program, camera B. Okay. And you cook these things, and then you put the lovely sauce on them. And it's really
just imagine a camera up close on Lisa slicing the tomatoes and how beautiful they look.
Imagine it. Just
use your imagination.
That's great. You can see this. It's wonderful. But it's just, long ways, and you just do a whole bunch.
So what do you think? You're doing like about a cup of tomatoes?
Yeah, a small bowl. It's probably a cup, yeah. This is for 4 people.
Okay.
So I'm going to take this over to the stove, and we're going to move to the next camera.
and watch camera B. Dun, 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 dun.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use a pan that doesn't stick.
Okay.
Do this. We're going to melt some butter. I'm going to get the sauce going over here. I'm going to put it on low just to start mingle all these lovely flavors together.
Did you put any herbs in there, or you're just depending on mostly the olives?
I will put some fresh parsley on the top of it at the end.
Okay.
That's what I have out there. I'm trying to think. What else do I have?
Do you have any rosemary?
Do you have rosemary? But I don't want to put rosemary on it. I don't think. I think just because it's the olive.
Yeah, just the olive flavor.
It's kind of okay to keep it, but well, good try rosemary. The best thing I have right now is my parsley. So I'm just gonna stir this around.
When it's fresh, it's so good though.
I know, it really is.
I never ever use dried parsley. I just don't even bother.
I don't even know what it is. What is dried parsley?
I don't know. It's kind of flavorless, is what I say.
And it's the one herb that you can get fresh all year round.
Yeah.
In the lettuce section, in the salad section of the market. So you should always get it if you don't grow it, I think.
So are you going to use the clarified butter or just regular butter in there now?
Butter. Yeah, the clarified was just for the
glue.
Yeah. For the glue. I'm going to put this in. See, I don't even know if this has been enough time. Hopefully it has.
You mean for the fish?
Yeah. I mean, it's been in here for about probably 45 minutes. Let's just wait for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, while your butter's getting warm.
I'm gonna cook it. This is looking just beautiful. I mean, this is just wow.
Smells. I can smell it over here. Garlic and tomatoes, the best smell.
Oh my God, and the olives. Capers. I love capers.
Yeah, I do too. Have you ever had those giant capers?
Yes, in martini.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
I love those. Those are good. That's an interesting one. The caperberry. We could do a show on that.
Yeah, I love capers.
Yeah, really good. Okay.
Does your sister grow capers?
I don't know.
We should ask her. Holly, are you watching?
You know what? Holly will know. I can't remember anything. I can remember something.
So what is that on, like a medium high heat?
Medium high, yeah. I don't want it to brown yet.
Okay.
Don't want it to be too hot. But see, here's the difficulty. Let's discuss.
Okay.
Now the fear is that A, the potatoes will fall off. B, that you won't cook your fish all the way because you can really only do it once. You really can only cook
it. Flip it more than you can't. You gotta
flip it to cook the fish part on the other side. So it has to be the perfect amount of time. That's the difficulty. Now, I have in the past, if it's a really thick fish, gotten like the perfect crust on the potatoes and then finished it off in the oven. Bake the fish through if you want to do that. But I think with this thin one, it's not going to be a big deal.
Are you starting to drink now because you're nervous?
Yes, my kombucha without alcohol. I'm a little nervous. I'm making the build up way too much right now. Well, here we go. Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Part of cooking is just taking a chance.
It's experimentation.
Oh my God, please work out.
Well, if it doesn't, it's still going to taste good. It's fish and potatoes with butter. Lots of butter.
Look at this. Look at this glue. I can go like this. And
awesome.
It doesn't move.
Nice.
So
okay.
That's what I think the clarified butter does. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to now. Okay, Hail Mary. We're now going to put it in the pan. It's bubbling. The butter's bubbling. And we're going to put it face down on the potato side.
Oh, the potato side's down first. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Here
Let
we
me
go.
know when it's in.
But it's sticking. It's sticking.
What do you mean it's sticking?
Well,
What's sticking?
clarified butter just makes it stick.
Oh, I thought you meant the fish was sticking.
No. It's sticking to the fish.
Okay, perfect.
That's the whole issue.
The whole point, yes.
Whole issue. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit more.
We gave your brother the heebie-jeebies with the mandolin.
Oh, was he scared?
The mandolin used to scare me too until I started using it. And the first thing I started using it for was what you did, scalloped potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a miracle.
It's fun. You know, I love carrots and cucumbers and onion, and you can make onion rings, or it's fun. Okay, so far so good.
But you haven't had to flip it over yet. So how long do you think you're going to keep it there before you move it?
I'm just watching it, and I can see the edge of the potato. What's happening with the coloration? I can.
Okay, so that's kind of what you're gauging it by. It's not time.
And obviously, and I did salt and pepper this, by the way, on the other side. I can see that this needs to turn. The other thing you can always do is if you want stuff to start cooking faster, you put a lid on it.
Yep.
And that will start the other side cooking because it increases the heat. Again, chemistry.
Yeah. I would just be afraid. I would want the potatoes to really crisp, and I wouldn't want to keep any of that steam in there.
I can do that, but
okay, don't do it.
I'm not doing it. If I need to cook the fish more, I'm just going to put it in the oven. But obviously, the thinner the potato, the better. You want these to be super thin.
So these are going to be like the best potato chips,
right? Because you want the potato to be all the way cooked. If it's too thick, it won't be, and then you're really in trouble.
Yeah.
So right now, it's just looking good. We're looking good. Not there. I don't think it's there yet. Watch, I push it over, and it's like black.
Be careful.
Yeah. Push down the fish a little bit to sear these.
Yeah, to get the potato really touching.
Yeah.
The fat. Yeah.
It curls a little bit when they were.
That sounds so good. Yeah, take a deep breath. It's all good. Well, the thing is, even if it doesn't come out good, it's fried potatoes and fish and butter, like delicious.
If it falls off, you just put it back on. Just
That's what I'm gonna say. Peck of dirt.
The horse, you get right back on.
How's your sauce over there?
The sauce is divine. I know I can't screw that up.
That smells, I just love all those smells together.
And it's such a pretty spring thing with all these tomatoes and the capers and the lemon and everything. You have to put the lemon juice in. What am I doing? Whoops, I forgot to do that.
You mean in your sauce, right?
Yes, you do a whole lemon in there.
With our favorite lemon squeezer, yay!
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's right.
So you do that. I forgot. You can do actually the juice of two. I think I'm going to do 2 small lemons because these aren't really big. Okay, I'm looking at potatoes. Ooh, getting brown. Okay.
Oh, smelling so good.
Okay. Oh my God, watch them put my eye away for a second. Oh my God, it's almost ready.
Okay. Well, the flipping moment is almost upon us.
I think I can do it now. Okay, I'm going to flip. And I'm sweating. I'm schwitzing right now. I'm really.
Well, that's good. Oh, yay!
It worked.
Beautiful.
Oh no.
Did you lose a scale or two?
Maybe. For fish too. Oh, darn it. Okay.
Well, 1 out of 2.
Basically, I saved that one. But, oh my God, it looks beautiful. Yay, I did it. I'm not a total dork.
Okay, we need to have a better camera shot.
Okay, let's see if I can lift it. So, see what I'm talking about?
Oh, look how pretty. Oh, see, this is an easy thing to do-ish for a company. That's
so
like an impressed dinner. Yeah.
It's super nice to do for when you have people over, and the flavor.
Yeah, remember that? Remember when we had people over?
The flavor of this is so good. The sauce, my God, it's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm not gonna have to put this in the oven because these are really thin.
Yeah.
And they just cooked. But I'm telling you, the secret is to clarify butter. You put it in the fridge for an hour. It's fine. The second one fell off because of my mistake, not flipping.
No. And the other thing, I clarified butter also is you can heat it to a higher temperature because milk solids aren't in it. And but that doesn't necessarily matter here because you're just adding more butter.
Butter.
Because everything's better with butter.
And you can keep it for like a month. Is it ghee? Is ghee similar? What's ghee?
I think that is, yeah.
I think that's what ghee is.
Yeah. But and you can definitely buy that already made if you need to not do it. I think my friend Emily makes ghee, and she does like pounds of it at a time, and she does it in the crock pot, and she just lets it go for a long time till it separates out. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting way to do it. I'll have to get more information on that. And she just keeps it because it keeps forever. So she just makes a lot of it all at once.
We need to have some cool Indian dishes made on the show. We went to Paper Gosa last night, takeout. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes, we are using the easy peasy lemon squeezy. Isn't there something you can use to make it stick together now, like butter or something? What do you mean? The potatoes? They should already be stuck together with the butter.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they are stuck together with the butter to begin with, and then the frying is what should hold them all together. It should
hold them together.
Yeah.
And then it sticks to the fish.
Yeah.
And you want that to happen. You don't want it to slide off. Otherwise, you could just make these separate and place them on. But you want it to actually cook on top of the fish. So this is like I'm so happy with it, and this is going to be a great little sauce. So I put a picture up and a recipe.
Okay.
And this is the dinner.
Yay! Bravo!
Oh my God!
It worked. Oh, I can't wait to see the picture. Now, for me, I wish you had some alcohol in that drink because now I need one.
Okay. Well, we could always switch to.
Yeah, vino.
Well, this would be really great with an excellent white wine of some kind. Mm-hmm. And if you were in France, it would probably be French Chablis, or a Chenin Blanc. Perhaps.
Yes.
Sauvignon.
Well, we'll have to get another winery person on it. What are they called? A vintner.
Yes, a vintner. We will do that. I'm going to taste my sauce.
So that kind of sauce is just, it can go on so many things. It's so delicious.
I could live off the sauce.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's so
good. Pasta, potatoes. It's a great all-around sauce. So even if you didn't learn anything, making that sauce is easy peasy and delicious.
And say you didn't want to do the whole sliced potato thing, you could just grill some fish and put the sauce on.
Absolutely. Yep. Yay. Well, I can't wait to see the picture, the close-up.
Coming up on Corona Kitchen.
All right.
We have a special guest coming.
Oh, yes. We have a special guest tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Yes, tomorrow night we do. She's a wonderful actor and friend, and she's running for public office. So I can't wait to have her on. I don't know what she's making, but she's going to make something. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I have my beautiful new earrings on from my friend Sharon Tuke. Can you see them?
Ooh.
Yeah, they're really pretty. She traded me masks for some of her jewelry, and I think I have a pair of her earrings from 30 years ago.
I love the trade economy, quite frankly. It's fun.
Barter economy, where that's kind of what we're going back to. But I love these earrings. Thank you so much, Tuke.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, this is looking divine. Oh, I cannot wait to eat this. I'm very
Yay.
excited.
I can't wait to see it.
All right, well, the fish, I can't believe the gods were with me, but it's going to be great.
The cooking gods and goddesses have arrived in our kitchen.
And I'll put some parsley on it, and we're good to go.
Yay. All right. Everybody stay safe. Manja.